Man, let me tell you one thing about Muscovy ducks, y'all. They're extremely easy to keep. The electric fence is only to keep predators out. And it is really not for them because the electric fence, y'all, doesn't really do anything to a Muscovy duck. I don't care what anybody says. Now, if you made it super, super hot, it might ward them off a little bit. But we had an 80 on this one, and an 80 is a lot more than what you would put on chickens. So they still would lay on the fence. It would be shocking them, and they just sit there and go to sleep just like that. So Muscovies taste amazing. They taste similar to beef, y'all. I like making fajitas out of them. I love making quesadillas out of them, and street tacos, you can't beat them. But the electric fence is really to keep out the predators. That's really all it's for. And we have a guardian dog that does a really good job of warding off most predators. Eventually we're going to run into a problem, but we are putting a fence up all around us. It will be put up soon. And then we won't have to worry about that. And our guardian dog will surveillance all of this area. I'm not trying to make y'all drunk, but he will be all in this area. And then we won't have to worry about nothing. But so far with him being on the property, we don't have to run electric here. We haven't ran electric in over 2 years, probably. Oh, no, I think we did have the 80 last year, but we never used it because it didn't do anything. I mean, the duck, it just came with the fence, y'all. We wanted the fence, and the fence was cheaper than buying the wood and the wire. So at that time, now it's probably vice versa. But my son just fell pretty hard, as you say. Are you okay? Okay, you're okay. Well, stop running, son. And he's definitely going to have to get a bath because he just fell in duck poop, I believe. But what do you do, people? What do you do? He's a little boy on a mission. He enjoys every bit of this. But y'all, just so you know, ducks are extremely easy when they get out of the pen. Once they've stayed here for at least a couple of weeks, when it gets dark, y'all, they're coming right back. And they'll run into the fence so that you can grab them and put them back in there. They don't like being held. They don't like really much. I mean, we've tried to make them super nice, but when you see those tails wagging like that, y'all, you just got a healthy, fun duck that's having a great time. They're all enjoying each other. They're enjoying you. I'm in here with them. As long as I don't try and pick them up, they're fine. And you just see them do beautiful things. Look at her fanning her tail out. Is that not amazing? But these ducks are super happy. They love these mounds. So if you have a property you can build a dirt mound on, I would advise you to do so. These things love the dirt mounds, y'all. Look at that. She just loves it. And then they'll lay eggs behind it. It's very easy to find it. But if you'll just put those nesting boxes up right there, they'll definitely use them. But y'all, they taste amazing. You have to skin them just like a deer because their hide is very tough. A lot of people pluck them. I don't want my duck plucked. Miss Savannah's just went and got all the eggs out. Look at little Rip. Little Rip is stirring up the chicken yard. Little bitty puppy wants to play chase with everybody. He don't understand that they scared of him. They don't want to play with him. And as you see, we have rabbits to harvest, rabbits to harvest. These three are the next ones right here. They're chilling out. It feels pretty good today. And looks like they need some water. And that one definitely needs to be cleaned out. Somebody didn't put clean water in that, so I'll take care of that. But yeah, those are going to be harvested tomorrow. And oh my gosh, y'all, it's a never-ending story. These waters are clear, so they cause algae. I just cleaned these waters last week. I know my wife cleaned them the week before. It's just crazy, y'all. It's unbelievable how to keep up with. I need black waters, but then you don't know if they're full. But I'm gonna figure this out. But these right here are very healthy. They're ready to go. I'm gonna get them done tomorrow, I plan on. And these will be the very next week, if not 2 weeks later, but probably the next week. They're all beautiful size. So we got that going. I love the New Zealand's. New Zealand's meat to bone ratio is amazing. We love it. And it's so tender. I never knew that rabbit was so good, really. I mean, I eat it wild, but the smell when you clean it when it's wild, it's so annoying and uncomfortable. I didn't like any of it, but I would eat it. But what I've learned about these rabbits, man, when you cook them and they're done, Cook them a little bit longer and sear that outside. Oh my Jesus, hush your mouth. That's some good stuff, y'all. Just, you know, once it's done, sear it. Just crank that baby up, let it sear the outside. And heavily season your rabbits, because it's like a watery taste if you don't season it enough. But you heavily season it, oh my goodness, Cajun rabbit, hush your mouth. That beautiful American breast rooster right there with all them hens. What? Loving it. There's green everywhere, y'all. My American breasts are having the time of their life with all this greenery. Now when I move them, it grows faster than they can eat it. And they're always foraging, y'all. Always looking for bugs. What y'all up to, Tomahawk? So we just chilling. We getting ready to roost for the night. Just doing my final check on all my animals. I've been planting a lot of stuff, a whole lot of trees like that willow tree right there. I always like to check on my animals. I don't get very many off days, so I enjoy it, y'all. I hate for all my days to end, and as you can see, the sun's going down in the background. And this may not be pretty to some people, but it's beautiful to me. I enjoy every bit of this. The corn is just, wow, growing like crazy. I asked my wife if she was gonna thin it, but we've never needed to because, I mean, it still produces the same. Some people thin, we've thinned before, but we're not going to this year because it just makes a ton of corn, y'all. So I'm extremely hot. We've been planting scuppernongs and trees and playing with the kids. As you can hear, my son is screaming in the background wanting to play. And we have our little canopy right here that we've been enjoying. It blocks the sun, it stops the rain from coming down so I can harvest animals. And yeah, y'all, there's stuff all in my yard. I got kids drag stuff out. We'll eventually get it up. And my wife's herbs are growing out of crazy style right now. But, I mean, I try to do whatever I can do to get every inch of the day out. And as you see right here, I've got my fence posts ready. Those boxes we're gonna grow potatoes in. I've got tons of wood here. But these fence posts are gonna be for my electric fence. The wire we've already got too. We just got to go pick it up from a friend. She picked it up for us. We found a good deal on it. And yeah, we're growing, y'all. We're trying to do all we can do. And I have a ton of chain link here that I have ideas for projects. I have big tarps, little tarps, massive tarps. I don't know what the box spring is for. We'll just call that comedy. And but y'all check these grapes out right here. My Concord grapes are looking beautiful. I think the birds are borrowing some, but also what a lot of people don't know is that if they're not getting the water and the nutrients they're supposed to get, they'll drop the grapes. You'll see beautiful grapes coming on here and they'll just drop because they're not getting enough water. And we've been getting rain like crazy, and then boom, it just cut it off. So I'm sure some of these grapes have just fell off, and a lot of people ask all the time, well, how did I lose my big bundles? As you see, I've lost my bundles. But you know what? This vine isn't really as long as I can't wait for it to get, but it's growing, it's gonna get there, and whatever grapes we get, we'll be thankful for. But as the drought comes, you'll notice your grapes start to fall off. This one having grapes is just a surprise for me because it's been a while, but sometimes you need to add I've heard of people adding copper to it. Copper will help. We try not to add too much of anything. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But this one actually probably needs copper. You'll notice some have some little black spots on them. So, but you know what? We're just gonna, yes, son. I know you want to go play in the ducks, buddy. We'll do that in a minute. But you know what? You try it. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. And y'all, we have got some really good harvests off of these grapes. So some years you're gonna have bumper crops, some years you're not. Don't beat yourself up. It's just the way it works. And just keep doing it, keep trying, keep learning, keep researching, and just enjoy what God has offered you. And that's the way I look at it. Real quick, look at those pawpaws. I got a pawpaw here and a nice one growing there. Those are pawpaw trees, y'all. It grows wonderful fruit. And they take, I don't know, I've heard they take 7 to 10 years to bear fruit. There's no better time to add fruit trees to your property. Even if they told you it takes 15 years to grow it, there's no better time than now, because before you know it, just like a lot of my fruit trees, before I knew it, I'm like, wow, they've already been here 3 years. So they're gonna start producing fruit like crazy. And it seems like forever when you put it in the ground, but it seems like when you plant it, it just goes way faster than you expect. So, hey, start planting something today. You'll forget about it. I mean, keep fertilizing, keep watering and stuff like that, but before you know it, time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago I didn't have any gray in my beard. Now, if you'll notice right here, we are doing sweet potatoes in these regular grow bag, like yard leaf bags, what you put your leaves in, and we're adding compost. And you know what, y'all, this may not work. These are purple, but I've seen this work. Maybe I need to add more dirt. I'm not real sure. There's quite a bit of compost in there. So, you know what? We're going to try it. It looks like it's working very well. As you see, the sweet potatoes are growing like crazy. The vines are, at least. And even if we only get a few out of this, y'all, we only spent $4 on everything. $4. Well, if you count the bags that we're going to use multiple times over and over for different things, these 3 bags would have cost me about $1. So we'll have $5 invested. So if we can get at least 8 sweet potatoes, there's our $5 back, y'all. So I mean, it's just trial and error. Next year, if this works the way it is right now, I'll buy the bigger bags and I'll make it a whole lot of compost, and we'll see how many potatoes we get out of that. But y'all, there's no telling what we can gain from this. And then we also have our mulberry cuttings over here that I've started, but I think my wife put them directly in the sun and I really wanted them in the shade, so I moved them. And we have some muscadine vines growing behind it. Hopefully everything, does a lot better than it's looking right now, but you know what, y'all? They were free. They didn't cost a dime. And if these don't make it, I can get all these muscadines all over again for free. I can get all these mulberries all over again for free. So, trial and error, y'all. Learn what you can learn, grow what you can grow, and have a great time doing it. And share it with your family, share it with your friends. I mean, hey, you never know. But hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy making it with you. We'll make a little, how about we show y'all some little baby turkeys while we're at it. I want y'all to see how they're mowing this down in here. Check this out. Look at all these baby turkeys. Now there are 3 cuckoo malines. You'll see the black ones right here. But the rest of them are baby turkeys, y'all. They're having a blast in here. Ain't that beautiful? I just love it. My kids love it more than anything. We just got through planting the scuppernongs that we picked up. Now what I will be doing is putting a pole somewhere about right here, and then right here, and I'll send another pole down there, and we'll run wire all the way from this pole to that pole and pull it tight. Probably run 2 wires. We'll do them about chest high because I don't want to bend over whenever I'm picking berries. So we got to set a pole with some cement and 2 cable wires, and our scuppernongs will have something to grow up on. So all you got to do, y'all, get up, get outside, get to doing something. Even though it's hot, y'all, I'm burning up, I'm filthy. The rewards are going to come to you so much bigger and better. Hopefully this survives and the other one survives. This dirt looks way better than the dirt over there. But one of these is going to make it. And the thought of one day my kids, my grandkids coming and picking scuppernongs, maybe even, people coming and picking some from us, and we'll take from these vines and put them in other places. I mean, because we would like to have berries and apples and peaches and, all kind of grapes for people to buy from us completely. So that would be awesome. But even if that never takes place, the time that we have spent with our kids, the knowledge that we have passed on to our kids, I mean, it's priceless. And it's keeping them in great shape. It's helping me get in better shape. And it's teaching them values that they're not going to learn unless you get up, get outside, and get to doing something with them. So my advice to y'all would be, spend some time with your kids, cut that TV off, go get some plants, some grapes, some fruit trees, or just regular daggum azaleas or whatever. It don't matter. It ain't got to be fruit. But, if you're going to plant something, you might as well be able to eat it. So I hope you enjoy these little videos I make and the content that we share. Until next time, I'm your boy Maniac. We out.